Hey everybody, so second video of the day. I'm making this one because yesterday a article was brought to my attention. It's talking about the Albuquerque Police Department has been manufacturing crack cocaine in order to sell it to people who are then subsequently arrested for possession of an illegal drug, according to leaked court documents. I will put the link for this video or for this internet story on this video so you guys can go read this. Hopefully it will stay there and won't be removed. But basically, this story is talking about what's considered a legal form of entrapment that is typically has been used for many years. And it's supposed to help them get rid of drugs by actually putting the drugs back on the street and entrapping people. But here's where this one is really key, because they are taking seized powder cocaine and making crack cocaine with it, and then selling it undercover. So they're not taking seized property and then going back on the street, using evidence as supportive materials to engage people in undercover ops. They're actually taking seized material and creating a new product, crack cocaine, which I assure you, if I went to the statutes of New Mexico, that the crime for the possession of crack cocaine is a far greater penalty, punishment, and fine, and therefore makes them more money, allows them to put people in prison longer, and effect more bond racketeering from their human trafficking in the prison industrial complex. Oh, and seize children in the auxiliary claims as instruments of crimes for parents who are probably holding this crack cocaine. So they are taking powder cocaine and making another product with it, and creating an industry with this new product that brings them more money and brings them more victims to their human trafficking prison industrial complex. And I'm going to show you how it's racketeering. To racket, here's Black's Law, 6th edition. I spoke earlier about whether or not Black's is owned. And it says here, Black's Law Dictionary is a registered trademark of West Publishing. Again, West, from the student primer I spoke of in a previous video, own the words, the name, Black's Law. So they're controlling a lot of stuff here, people. But I'm going to use their words, their terms here. Racket, R. Engaging in an operation to make money illegitimately, implying continuity of behavior. See, racketeering. Racketeur, a person who makes money by violation of racketeering laws. Okay? So, racketeering, an organized conspiracy to commit the crimes of extortion or coercion, or attempts to commit extortion or coercion. From the standpoint, and this is for your own personal benefit, okay? From the standpoint of extortion is the obtaining of money or property from another without his consent, induced by the wrongful use of force or fear, or things, okay? The fear which constitutes the legal necessity element in extortion is induced by oral or written threats to do an unlawful injury to the property of the threatened person by means of explosives, fire, otherwise, or to kill, kidnap, arrest, or injure him or a relative of his to some member of his family. See extortion. Okay, so let's think about this. You have cops and county prosecutors and whoever else, city prosecutors, federal prosecutors for all we know, that are seizing cocaine, taking that cocaine, modifying it, and making a secondary product, and reintroducing a new product, a new drug, creating a market for that drug that was not derived from what they had seized. How much of their product is of the total consumable cocaine or crack cocaine in that region? How much crack cocaine activity can be associated or blamed or assigned to their actual introduction of their crack cocaine into the drug systems? And remember that when they introduced this product, that they in turn go arrest that person, kidnap them, and make money and support their criminal system, support their prison industrial complex, support their paychecks, support their systems of state, and support their rhetoric against the impoverished, the disenfranchised, and the innocent, that they have failed by their state social policies. Because they spend all this money making crack cocaine and going after the poor and disenfranchised that don't have jobs and have been left to lay fallow and fall through the cracks of the system, but they don't spend the money to prevent those people from being created. So they create the poverty. They create the individual that wants to be a drug addict, that wants to disappear from this horribly reprobate world that the state itself has been instrumental in creating. And then they make the drugs. They make them. They create the product from another and take it to those poor, impoverished people, those people that have been disenfranchised and left to lay fallow by the state at large, and they trick them into buying it. And then they arrest them, they charge them, and they traffic them in their systems of justice. If that were any other group of people, they would be called a criminal enterprise and a mafia. And that's exactly what they are when your state does that by creating the product. This isn't them seizing cocaine and using powder cocaine to go in and trap more existing powder cocaines. They are drug dealers. They are manufacturing drugs and creating the product. That is called manufacturing. Manufacturing with the intent to distribute. How many people in this country have been put into prison for that crime which your state in New Mexico is doing? Wake up, people. They are using criminal enterprises to traffic humans.